Here we are at Weight Loss For Men Thailand with three of our clients. We've got Jason, we've got David, and we've got Alan. And today, guys, you've all got something in common, and that is you all came here with type 2 diabetes. Now, Jason, can you tell us more about diabetes, your life with diabetes, how long you've had diabetes, and what kind of treatments were you taking?
My diabetes started about 25 years ago altogether, where they started putting me on metformin, and I never took it seriously. I didn't know anything about it, and they tell you little bits but not fully. So I went on to insulin, and I've been insulin dependent now for over 15 years, but uncontrollably, basically. So my blood sugars have been very, very, very high, dangerously high for 15 years, basically.
And how's that affected your life, everyday life?
Well, it's completely debilitating in one sense. Like just things like your toilet habits are horrendous. The side effects, for like the eyesight and my legs swelling and my being able to walk, numbness, neuropathy in the hands and the feet, just horrendous. But as you get on, you know, those things become permanent, and that's where I got to. That's the stage I got to where the doctor told me I'll be dead within a year. So that's where I got to.
So what instigated you to come to Weight Loss For Men Thailand, fly halfway around the world and come and see us?
Well, I mean, I was going to go on I was going down the path of gastric bypass, and my first reasoning for coming to Weight Loss For Men Thailand was to get my head right with my blood sugars, because I've not done that in 15 to 20 years. So that was my aim for Weight Loss For Men Thailand. So that was the reasoning at first. I mean, I'll go on to later what changed, but
okay,
that's what first brought me here.
Okay, David,
Yes.
Where are you from in the UK?
I'm from a little place called the Whittle, just over the other side of Liverpool.
Right, and you're the newest guy on the program. Now, you're also a type 2 diabetic.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about having diabetes?
Diabetic, well over 15 years. Through with bad diet and just going out partying and enjoying myself. Just a bad style of life. And they put me on metformin, 3 a day. And I thought, that'll do the trick. The tablets will work. But no, didn't look after myself. And I went downhill.
And when you say you went downhill, can you explain exactly how you went downhill?
Yeah, I sort of, I was putting the weight on anyway, but with the diabetes, I was tired, lethargic, numbness in my hands. I was coming out with abscesses on my body, rashes, running the toilets all the time. Sometimes you don't want to go to the toilet, waking up in the middle of the night. My sleep pattern was horrendous, and I had to do something about it in the end.
Right, and you were somebody that wasn't monitoring their diabetes for a long time, you were telling me.
Correct, yes.
Why is that?
I just thought I knew it all. I just thought, what the hell, you know, it'll go away. I sort of like buried my head in the sand. That was me, yeah, just buried my head in the sand.
Right, and what was the trigger point for you coming to Weight Loss For Men Thailand?
A few things. I got on the internet, seen Weight Loss For Men, read all the reviews, all good reviews. This was last year. I thought, and I went to other different sites, and I thought, this is the one for me. I need to do something about it. I'm not getting any older. I haven't long retired. And I thought, yeah, I've got to change my life. I've got to change my style, my ways of life. I want to live longer. And that's why I come here.
Right. Okay. We'll shift over to you, Alan. Now, what's your story? What's your diabetic story?
I was diagnosed with diabetes about 7 years ago. And it started off with metformin and a drug called glycoside. And after maybe, I don't know, 6 months, I was basically going to the toilet around 8 or 9 times every night, which is my body's way of trying to deal with the sugar. So the drugs weren't working, so it was a case of going back to the doctors, and I got more drugs, more metformin, different drugs, and then after about a year of sugars rising and health deteriorating, I got put on insulin, 1 injection a day, and then a booster type injection once a week. And initially that, did control the sugars a little bit, but it just, again, I didn't really follow the diet advice. I was eating too much processed food, garbage food, and didn't follow the little advice I got from the NHS. I didn't really follow, not well enough anyway. So it resulted in my getting bigger and bigger, and more depressed, and less active, and all these things snowballed, where I got to a stage about 12 months ago where I decided I needed to do something radical. So I looked for a UK programme, which was like a fat camp, and then I dropped on Weight Loss For Men Thailand, and the testimonials for that many people who looked similar to me. It was great to see this guy's lost 20 kilo, this guy's lost 30 kilo, and then I looked how it was achieved. It was achieved basically by a little bit of exercise and good diet. So that sounded like something I could do. So I spoke to Steve. I don't think I spoke to you, Justin, but I spoke to Steve, and everything we talked about was good. And I found my way out of it, and within a week of getting it, it was like a revelation. All of a sudden my sugar started coming down, and I was eating less, I was eating better food. And then within 2 weeks, my sugars had gone from an average of probably about 12, 13, my HbA1c was up high as well, to a stage where I was feeling dizzy. So I checked my sugars and they were down to 3. So I stopped taking the glycoside, I stopped taking, slowly but surely over the next week, I stopped taking all the medicines apart from 1 metformin. And I monitor myself every day, and my bloods came back, and then now for the last 6 weeks my average has been 95, which is bang on the middle of the range, and I'm mentally fantastic.
So you're in a non-diabetic range at the moment?
Yeah, completely. And the liver also, the liver functions normal.
Yeah, so this is actually your 2nd trip here, so you spaced it out, you went back home over Christmas.
Correct.
And you've come back. In your first trip, you managed to get your blood sugar levels down to an even level.
Yeah.
How much weight did you lose at the same time?
Just an ounce or 2 shy of 20 kilo.
Right.
In 7 weeks.
Just by recollection, you walking through the airport door, a terminal the first time, you struggled to walk a few hundred metres.
I know.
You're in that bad shape. We'll actually post your before photo with this video so people can see what you looked like the day you arrived compared to now. So what is life like now?
Unbelievable. I've changed completely. I love exercise. I look forward to my twice a day. I do an exercise in the morning, I go for a walk. I also do a gym in the afternoon. I've based my life now around a little bit of exercise, an hour. My diet is fantastic. Mentally, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable clarity of thought and joy for life. I feel good. I feel I've got energy.
Yeah.
It's all good.
David.
Yes.
You've been here for 2 weeks. You're now moving into a different phase physically. How do you feel 2 weeks into the program?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Well, I've lost 10 kilo. I'm very, very happy with that. I feel a bit more, I can explain it, I've got more of a spring in my step. I'm having a fantastic sleep. I put my head on a pillow and that's it. In the past it's an hour there, 2 hours there, a little nap. but I've slept soundly. And I just feel energised. I've got a lot more energy, doing a lot of swimming, walking. I'm just, wow, I've got to step it. Oh, I'm just running now. And say if my diabetes, it's come down. Alan done it this morning. What was it?
The last 3 times I've tested him, he's been in the normal range.
I'm normal. I'm in the normal range, which is
4 to 7 in UK.
4 to 7.
4 and 7.
5.9 today.
5.9, which I'm over the moon with because I've been high up the scale, and I just feel great. I've cut out the sugar. I've just been eating sensibly, quality food, good food, walking, fresh air, sun, great company. What else can you ask for?
Fantastic company.
What kind of advice were your doctors giving you back in the UK, guys?
My advice from doctors was, take this tablet, have a second one, inject this in yourself 7 times a week, and basically more and more medication. There was an underlying advice on eat healthily, but there was no structured diet or anything that was easy to follow. I can't blame the National Health Service fully, but they don't tell you, or this programme has taught me what affects my sugars, how they're affected, the effect diet has on your sugars, and I don't know. I just think the NHS are perhaps too busy, or they've got another agenda, but they're not trying to solve the diabetes. They're trying to put a sticky plaster on it.
Were you told by your doctors that diabetes 2 is an incurable disease? Because if you Google it, that's what Google tells you. Were you guys told that?
I was told it could be. My doctor said you can't reverse it. But there wasn't much help there. Though, they sent me to a place where you went once a week for 6 weeks for an hour, and they'd tell you what to eat. You'd eat this, you can have so many grapes, so many grapes in your hand, you can eat that, this and that. It didn't work for me. It's just confusion, and I think some doctors as well, just, here's your tablets, see ya, bye. If you get in to see a doctor, but no, didn't get much help. I think you've got to help yourself at the end of the day.
Jason?
Yeah, it's more like Alan. We need to up your insulin. Not, they don't say, are you counting your carbohydrates? Are you dealing with your sugars? And there were little bits of help if you went out and saw them, but you've got to sort your head out. At the end of the day, we're classic overeaters, inbred into us. And someone has to give you an understanding of your own body, and that's like what people don't understand in Weight Loss For Men Thailand. We have, there's no one going, you do this, you do that, but you have conversations. You have conversations about what your body is doing, when it's doing it, how your organs are dealing with what you're eating and things like that. And that's where I've got my understanding of I'm the same as these guys now, where after 3 weeks on the program, I've not had a score over 7, which is normal range. And I'm talking, my bloods were 30s and 40s, and that's in the 40s. That's not American, that's English, which is very dangerously high. So to have that for me was like, I can't even tell you how different I feel. I sit here now, clarity is something I can see. I can see really well. There's no cloud behind my eyes. I wake up in the morning, I feel well. I've not had that feeling for years. Where you wake up and feel, oh, right, let's go for a walk. Let's go for the lethargy. The lethargy is just that was the normal. That was the norm, and that was how I felt. But here, I'm like, right,
Just touching on when you arrived on your first day. Now, you had more trouble walking through the terminal than Alan did. Your ankles were so swollen and red that you couldn't barely walk 100 metres without having to rest and sit down. Now, today, what's it been? You've been here for 8-9 weeks.
Yeah.
You're walking
7-8 kilometres
per day. You're using that pull at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Running as well.
Running.
Yeah, I've even had a bit of a run. Yeah.
And you've lost in your journey so far.
Yeah.
How?
32 kilos.
32 kilos.
Yeah. 32 kilos, but as you know, that's an amazing side to the fact that all my organs are working properly and they're dealing. My pancreas is dealing with my blood. Now, you're right. My doctor said that I'd gone too far. The insulin would always be my friend. Well, that's not the case. I've not taken insulin now for 7 weeks, 6 weeks probably now.
Yeah.
I still take metformin, but I'm hoping, you know, when my bloods go down to 4s and 5s maybe, that I will come off it.
You know, we often have a say here on the program at Weight Loss for Men that what happens here really isn't that important. What's important is what happens when you leave. So this experience that you guys have had, can you tell us about what are you going to take home from this experience? Alan?
Well, I've already been home. I've spent 2 months off the program at home, and I managed to follow the basic tenets of the program and managed to lose 5 kilos during that time. So it's not as easy in the UK as it is in Thailand with a fantastic sunshine. But I joined the gym, carried on with a diet, and I found it was not too hard, and that's the challenge I've got, to try and follow this on. I intend to lose another 10 kilo when I get home.
You now have a template from which to work from.
Another thing I'd like to just add, with these guys and the other guys on the course, you're all in the boat together. You're part of a team. You get advice, you can cry to them, they're all pals. We didn't know each other before this course. We become best of friends.
David.
Yes.
So what do you think you're going to take home with you that you've learnt so far in the 3 weeks?
Well, I'm going home a lot fitter, which I want to keep up. I've already joined the gym and I'm walking, well, I haven't been to the walk, I've joined Wirral Ramblers. I'm hoping to join them and start walking. I'm going home refreshed. I've been doing a lot of thinking and it's like a new beginning for me. It's all about keeping healthy, keeping fit and keeping focused. And these 2 lads have been brilliant, by the way, absolutely brilliant. I don't know if you can see the pool at the back, that's where we're going later for the dip. We've been here for about 2 hours, haven't we, lads?
Yeah, and moving all the time.
Keep moving, that's my new motto, keep moving, don't stop.
Jason, last but not least.
Yeah, well, obviously from someone telling me I've got less than a year to live, I now feel that, well, I'll tell you, I came here to sort my diabetes out, to try and get my blood sugars down so the doctors would be able to perform surgery on me. Well, I've gone beyond that. I've lost 20 kilos more than my target. My diabetes has virtually gone. All my other blood readings fantastic. So I'm actually going home and not having the operation. I'm going to go home and carry on this journey. You know, nearly 5 stone. UK, you know, not many countries use stones and pounds, but nearly 5 stone, and I'm so excited to take another 5 stone off if I could. You know, I know it's going to be slower. I know there's more temptation in the UK, but I know, but we again will have a support network from you guys and from these guys as well. So that if we are in trouble, we talk to each other. We'll, you know, and I'm really excited. I want to feel this well. I want to be this well all the time.
And we're keeping in touch, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're all keeping in touch.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, just to wrap up. Now, this talk is specifically about diabetes 2, not weight loss. Okay, so there are a lot of guys out there that might watch this video that have diabetes 2.
Yeah.
Have had it for a long time, don't know which direction to go, need some guidance, need some direction. Now, what would you say to those guys?
Well, I come out here to get rid of my diabetes. That was the number one. The weight loss has just come off. I'd say read all the reviews, get out here. It's like a holiday. We've been walking every day, temples, markets. We've just been out every day enjoying ourselves. It's just like a holiday, but you're losing weight, you get rid of your diabetes, come out here. You only live once, what have you got to lose?
Yeah, good.
Okay, that'll wrap it up. Thanks, guys.
Welcome. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you. It was like,
Oh mate, I know.
you know, when you're told you're going to die, and you're not going to die, then it's like, wow, yeah, get emotional as a bloke. You know, you can't get emotional, can you?
I've been there.
You watch,
Yeah.
you'll get home, get run over by a bus. Bastard.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Thanks,
So-
Justin. But I just felt a bit uneasy. I didn't know what to say. I stuttered. I just do.
No, look, this isn't scripted, Dave.
It's honest.
I think
It's honesty. It's what men can relate to. It's you
Yeah.
guys speaking from your heart. You know.
Anyone watching that knows.
I'll be honest with you.
genuine.
I was sceptical before I come out here because I didn't know what to expect.
Well, what?
And the first 2 days, I thought, ooh, it's just what I want. So you just get on with it, don't you? And I thought, and everything fell into place. Little things. Listen to your body.
But it's inspirational for me
Just falls
watching you
into
guys,
place.
the way, especially the walking. You guys, the speed. Like
Yeah.
it took me a long time to get to 2 laps or 1 lap around things and walking distances, but you know, I saw Dave and Alan in the ahead, and I wanted to get there. You know,
But sometimes when you're doing a walk, I don't want to stop. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I've just put my head on that pillow. I could have went after that walk today. I could have just put my head on that pillow today, just went to sleep.
You know, I'm mad.
Because I am tired, but I have when I wake up in the morning, I just spring out of that bed. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
So in the past, I've just I think it's a bit of depression of me as well in the past, where I've just I was staying in bed all day.
Was that lethargy that goes? The lethargy that goes after when you come out of the diabetes. That's what. No one will ever understand that, will they? No one without diabetes.
If I was watching this would be exactly what I want to
Yes.
fucking hear.
Yeah.
You've got 3 people, fat, they're losing, they've done it. They've done what you're fucking looking at this video for.
Yeah.
It's here. But I don't understand why everyone's not fucking here doing it.
I agree.
Because of the media. Because
No,
they look up on it.
No, Justin said this today, the demographic, there's only, you've got to be able to have the time to get here. You know, the time that you
I
can-
wanted to come last year and it was difficult for me. So I was watching I was going on every week and watching, the new reviews and that type of thing, and you come on. And I think it was the fish you had in your arms done it for me. I've got to go up there and get a fish. But
Tell us some
It was-
weight loss for men.
yeah, it come up somewhere where you had a fish, and I thought, oh, fish, and there were some good reviews there, and I think the reviews done it for me.
Yeah. I don't think the website, the reviews are all one person. Here's a picture of this fat cunt, here's a picture of this thin cunt, and he's lost 20 kilo. The reviews don't often show all the shit that we do. The walks, the temples, the fishing, the tiger. No, I'm going to go to fucking tiger. But the reviews don't show you what a great fucking holiday it is.
The experience.
Yeah, the experience. You're not just and the
And the free time as well.
and the variety of walks every day and the fucking lunch every day somewhere different. Fantastic.
But I think you've got to have a bit of a crack and a laugh as well.
We've been fortunate, haven't we, because we're 3 fucking northern
Yeah.
cunts who've got very lot, working class, similar everything, haven't we?
Absolutely.
And you get the other lads involved then, don't you?